Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Connection with another installment of Building the Team. So, first off, to look back at our last installment, we 500 points. Wrestling has to lose at least one female character. Actually, got a chance to run all three teams. I actually won a game, won with the X-Men team that included Cable. Against Lucas from HeroClix headquarters, the front of the channel. We've had, but a large portion of that was simply that his dice just didn't want to cooperate with him. And then the Weapon X team did much better than expected. Though the other X-Men team with Apocalypse got hosed. I took out a Flash with that one. But yeah, anyway. Anyway, so the next game. Well, as my group's next game falls on of all days, Halloween. It's once again time for our Halloween build. Now, my group's usual Halloween build is 700 points. Must include. Everyone on the team must have either the monster or mystical keyword. Now, usually what I do is I'll build a Justice League Dark team and a Midnight Suns team because you've got plenty of some mystical. That way, everyone's got either monster or mystical, but it's still a named theme team. However, this year, now that the theme team rules have changed, well. Why not just run a mystical team and a monster team? So, first off, let's take a look at our mystical misfit squad. Start to kick things off there. We've got Blade. Blade comes in at 75 points. He has the team player wildcard team ability, as well as the Avengers, Marvel Knights, Midnight Suns, Wakanda, Monster, Mystical, and Spy keywords. We also have a whopping 3 traits. We have the Assembled Avengers trait, which isn't really going to come into play. There's no one. I think he is the only figure on the team with the Avengers keyword. Yeah. So we won't bother with that. Next up, we've got Vampire Hunter, which grants stealth as well as improved targeting, ignores hindering terrain. When Blade KOs a character with the monster or mystical keyword, after resolutions, he can use charge at no cost. This may repeat. Oh boy. Yeah. Blade's going to be cleaning up. I expect that we'll probably be seeing a lot of Blades this Sunday. Anyway. Next up, my gift from Deacon Frost. Seal Energy. When Blade uses it, he may heal past his blue starting line. Okay. Blade can start at 50 points instead, and he starts 3 clicks on his 4th click. But with Steel Energy, he can get back up to his 1st click. So looking at the dial. We've got a goodly long dial. We've got 4 clicks of charge followed by 3 clicks of sidestep on speed, 4 clicks of Blaze Claw's Fangs followed by 3 clicks of Penetrating Psychic Blast on attack. I believe that's 2 clicks of Toughness followed by 3 clicks of Combat Reflexes followed by 2 clicks of Regeneration on defense. Then on damage, we open up with a special power. Yeah. They call me the world's greatest. Blade has protected Mystic's team ability. When Blade attacks a character with the monster or mystical keyword, that character can't use defense powers for that attack. Oh boy. Yeah. That's, Then we get a couple clicks at the end of Exploit Weakness. Yeah, I'll be shocked if I'm the only one who brings Blade this coming Sunday. But anyway, moving on, we've got Ghost Rider, the Danny Ketch version from the Fantastic Four Fast Forces. Ghost Rider also comes in at 75 points. He has the Fantastic Four and Mystic Team abilities, as well as the Fantastic Four, Marvel Knights, Midnight Suns, and Mystical Keywords. We've also got 2 traits. First off, a new kind of fantastic teamwork. When Ghost Rider hits with a close attack, until your next turn, other friendly characters with the Fantastic Four keyword can use Exploit Weakness. Okay, alright. The new Fantastic Four. Passenger, 1, but only carry characters with the Fantastic Four keyword. Once per turn, when Ghost Rider is carried and placed adjacent to 2 or more opposing characters after resolutions, he may make a close attack. Okay. Looking at his dial, we open up with a few clicks of running shot, 3 clicks of running shot, followed by 3 clicks of plasticity. On attack, we open up with a special power, No Hiding from Judgment, which grants penetrating psychic blast and improved targeting ignores hindering terrain. When making a range attack, if Ghost Rider's line of fire crosses hindering terrain, modify attack and damage by +1. Ooh, yeah, that can get kind of rough there. That thing is going to do a few clicks of poison. Then we get 3 clicks of invulnerability, followed by 3 clicks of toughness. Nothing to start off on the first 3 clicks for damage, but we get 3 clicks of exploit weakness at the end on damage. So, okay. And next up, we've got Ghost Rider. This is the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider. Coming in at 80 points. He has the Fantastic Four and Mystic Team abilities, as well as the Fantastic Four Shield and Mystical Keywords. We got 2 traits. The first one doesn't matter, as it refers to his secondary point value. But the main one being 4 Shield Beast Hunters. When Ghost Rider is given a move action after resolutions, remove an action token from him, and he can use stealth until your next turn. Now it has to be a move action, not being moved. So, yeah. Looking at his dial, we open up with 3 clicks of charge and speed, followed by 3 clicks of the special power Hellfire Portals, which grants phasing teleport. When Ghost Rider uses it and moves 4 squares or less after resolutions, he may make a close attack. So with that special power, that actually ties into the 4 Shield Beast Hunters trait, as phasing teleport is a move action. So, yeah, that's the thing. Then we get a click of sidestep at the end on speed. On attack, we open up with a click of precision strike, followed by 2 clicks of poison, followed by 3 clicks of a special power penance stare, which grants energy explosion and pulse wave. Once per turn, when Ghost Rider hits an opposing character that damaged a friendly character since your last turn, after resolutions, deal that opposing character penetrating damage equal to their action tokens. Okay, alright. And then on defense, we open with 3 clicks of toughness, followed by 2 clicks of impervious, followed by 2 more clicks of invulnerability. And sadly, we have nothing on damage. But, not too shabby. Next up, we've got Captain Britain. Captain Britain here comes in at 80 points. She has the X-Men team ability, as well as the Excalibur, X-Men martial arts, and mystical keywords. Got 2 traits. First off is Excalibur, Mystical Protectors, which grants her the Mystic team ability, but only triggers again during range attacks. She also has Protected Mystic team ability. Okay. Next up is Telepathic Coordination, which is her leadership. When Captain Britain uses leadership and succeeds, she may also remove an action token from a friendly character within range with the X-Men or Excalibur keyword. Okay, alright. Looking at her dial, we start off with a whopping 5 clicks of charge, followed by 2 clicks of plasticity. On attack, we open up the special power Psionic Arming Sword. Gets her Blaze Claw's fangs, and once per turn, when Captain Britain uses Blaze Claw's fangs, oh, damn. You may... oh. Oh. Pardon me. You may choose to reduce the d6 roll by 1 or 2 before, and you can choose, but you have to choose to do so before you roll a die. If you do, decrease the target's combat values by the same amount until your next turn. Okay. That then gives way to regular Blades, Claws, Fangs. On defense, we open up with 3 clicks of Impervious, followed by 2 clicks of Toughness, and then 2 clicks of Combat Reflexes. On damage, we open up with 4 clicks of Exploit Weakness, followed by 3 clicks of Outwit. Not too shabby. Next up, we have a veteran of the Halloween team build, John Constantine. Asshole. Constantine here comes in at 90 points. He has the Mystics team ability, as well as the Justice League Dark and Mystical keywords. We have a trait. We operate from the shadows, alright? John Constantine can use stealth. Adjacent friendly characters with the Justice League Dark keyword can use stealth. Okay, so that's not one we really have to worry much about. Then, on speed, we open up the special power, Ultimate Con Man. Once per turn, choose Outwit or Perplex, and John Constantine can use that power until your next turn. When he uses the chosen power to target an opposing character, that character can't use the chosen power until your next turn. This power can't be countered. Okay, alright. Now, he's one of the older figures, so we can't actually use the dial. But we've also got some Phasing Teleport on speed, and we got Telekinesis to start off with on attack, followed by Penetrating Psychic Blast. On defense, we open up with Initial Deflection. I think actually that's all we've got on defense is ESD. On damage, we have a special power, I Make My Own Luck, which allows John to use probability control, but twice per turn. This then gives way to some Exploit Weakness. Next up, we got a figure I've been itching to use for the better part of the year. Rasputin. Rasputin here is one of the chases from House of X. In fact, well, she was definitely one of the chases. She was one of the chases I was hoping to pull. Well, I didn't pull her. I did manage to trade for her, so that works out. She comes in at 125 points. She has the X-Men team ability, as well as the Horseman, X-Men Future, and Mystical keywords, and she has improved movement, ignores blocking terrain and characters. She's also unique. She's got 3 traits. First off is Mutant Chimera. When Rasputin uses the X-Men team ability to heal another character, this turn that character's damage value becomes 4. When another character uses the X-Men team ability to heal Rasputin, this turn her attack and damage value become equal to the character's printed values. Okay. Next up, Intangible and Untouchable, which gives her Initial Deflection and Super Senses. At the end of your turn, choose a side of the square that Rasputin occupies. Until your next turn, lines of fire that pass that side of the square are blocked. Okay. I like that. The U.S. Agent figure from way back in Nick Fury Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. has the same kind of shtick with on his. I think it's either a trait or it's part of a defense power. But yeah, you basically pick okay, well the right front, look, whatever, block. It's you can't. It's blocking terrain. It's basically line of fire drawn that way are blocked. So yeah, it's pretty cool though. Finally, trait-wise, we have Healing Factor. When Rasputin clears action tokens, heal her 1 click. Okay, so let's look at her dial. We open up, we've got a few clicks of Charge, followed by a couple clicks of Sidestep, followed by a couple clicks of Plasticity. On attack, we open up with Blades, Claws, Fangs, followed by Precision Strike. Defense, we open up with Invincible, then we get Impervious, and then we get Invulnerability. Damage, we open up with some Exploit Weakness, which will go nice with the Blades and the Charge. Then some Close Combat Expert, and followed by, at the end, with some Battle Fury. Okay. And yeah, look at those combat values, too. She ends with a 12. I mean, she starts with an 11, but still, yeah. Ending with a 12, attack values that never drop below the double digits. Oof. Yeah. I've been looking forward to using her for a while. It's just that she's pricey, so it makes it a little hard to... But yeah, anyway, moving on. Last figure for this team, we've got the Juggernaut, bitch. Juggernaut here comes in at a whopping 175 points. He has the Brotherhood team ability, as well as the Brotherhood of Mutants, Excalibur, Thunderbolts, X-Men, Brute, and Mystical keywords. He also has improved movement, ignores and destroys blocking terrain. And we have a trait, Mystical Helmet, which grants colossal stamina. And Juggernaut can reduce penetrating damage and has Safeguard Outwit. Well, back then it's protected, but you get the idea. Looking at his dial, on speed we have a full run on the special power. Once he starts, he can't be stopped. This grants him charge. When he uses it, you may choose to not have his speed. If you do, he can use improved movement, ignores characters, and can only move in a direct path. If Juggernaut used charge during your last turn, he can't become immobile. Okay. On attack, we open up with 4 clicks of super strength, followed by 3 clicks of steel energy. On defense, we open up with a couple clicks of impervious, then we get a couple clicks of invulnerability, then a couple clicks of toughness. Then on defense, then we have a stop click at the very end, Cytorax Chosen, which grants impervious, but succeeds on a 4 through 6. Okay. Then on damage, we open up with, we've got 3 clicks of special power, Nothing Stops the Juggernaut, which grants Battle Fury. Opposing characters within 4 squares can't use stop clicks, leadership, or perplex. If they already use perplex, the modifier temporarily doesn't apply. We get a couple clicks of regular Battle Fury there, then a couple more clicks at the end of Nothing Stops the Juggernaut. He's a spicy meatball there. But that is our mystical team. Now we have ourselves a monster team. And, well, you know what? I figure since it's a monster team, I may as well bring out something truly monstrous, right? So our first figure, coming in at 15 points, is Wendigo. Had this figure for a while now, just never really had the chance, never really opted to use him. So like I said, he comes in at 15 points. He's got the animal, monster, and mystical keywords. We got 2 traits. First off is Smell of Fear, which grants sidestep, but only if a character has a wounded token. When an opposing character takes damage from an attack, give that character a wounded token if they don't have one. When a character heals, remove their wounded tokens. This is followed by Ancient Mystical Curse. This grants Wendigo colossal stamina and steel energy. When Wendigo uses steel energy, he may heal past his starting line. Well, at 15 points, all he's got is that very last click here. So on speed, we've got the special power, In the Mountains, No One Hears You Scream, which grants charge and flurry. When Wendigo ends his movement, after resolutions, he can make a close attack, but only to target a character with a wounded token. Then on defense, we've got You Cannot Escape the Wendigo, which is a stop click, grants invulnerability. If no opposing character has a wounded token, do not stop turning the dial due to stop. Okay. And then he's got that battle. No, he's got exploit weakness then as well. I'm actually kind of surprised that he hasn't been popping up as much as I would have expected now that Flurry and Exploit go together. But, oh well. Anyway, moving on to our next figure, we've got the Thing, or at least his Skrull counterpart. Or rather, a Skrull Thing. So, Thing's Skrull here comes at 30 points, has the Skrull team ability, as well as the Skrulls, Monster, Soldier, and Spy keywords. As a reminder, the Skrulls team ability grants shape change, but it succeeds only on a 6. Looking at his dial, we've got 3 clicks of charge, followed by 2 clicks of sidestep, 3 clicks of super strength, followed by 2 clicks of steel energy, 3 clicks of invulnerability, followed by 2 clicks of toughness, 3 clicks of close combat expert, followed by 2 clicks of exploit weakness. So he actually, the rule change actually made him a little bit better, but not by much. Anyway, moving on, we've got Scream. Scream here comes in at 40 points. She has the Codex and Monster keywords, as well as improved movement towards elevated terrain. We also have a trait, Symbiote, which grants plasticity and shape change. And looking at her dial, we get a couple clicks of sidestep, followed by 3 clicks of flurry, 2 clicks of special attack power, Killer Haircut, which grants Blaze Claws, Fangs, and Giant Reach of 3. When Scream uses Blaze Claw's Fangs, it results as a 5 or a 6 after resolution to remove an action token from her. Okay. Then we get some Precision Strike. Defensively speaking, you open up with a couple clicks of Super Senses followed by 3 clicks of Combat Reflexes. Alright, next up we've got Medusa. Medusa here comes in at 40 points. Has the monster and mystical keywords. Looking at her dial, we get a few clicks of Sidestep, followed by a couple clicks of Charge. We get a full run of the special attack power, the Gorgon Stare, which grants Incapacitate, but hit targets are given 2 tokens instead of 1. We got on defense, we got 4 on toughness. On damage, all we got a couple clips of Exploit Weakness at the very end. Okay. Next up, we've got Shriek. That's right, we got Scream and Shriek. Shriek here comes in at 45 points. She has the Maximum Carnage and Monster keywords, as well as 2 traits. First off is Maximum Carnage. Once per turn when Shriek hits, after resolutions, deal 1 penetrating damage up to 2 opposing characters that weren't hit, but are adjacent to a hit character. This is followed by Sonic Outburst. If Shriek has no action tokens, she can use Pulse Wave. Okay. Looking at her dial, we open up with a couple clicks of Running Shot, followed by 3 clicks of Sidestep. On attack, we open up with special power Sonic Scream, which grants Penetrating Psychic Blast. When she uses it, targeting characters can't use Super Senses this turn, including for this attack. And that's this turn. So afterwards, yeah. Also, it's targeted characters, not hit characters. Targeted. Finally, we got 3 clicks of regular Penetrating Psychic Blast. On defense, we get a couple clicks of Initial Deflection, followed by 3 clicks of Toughness, and that's Shriek's dial. 45 points is not bad. Next up, we've got Dario Agger. Dario here comes in at 50 points, has the Mystics team ability, as well as the AIM, Hydra, Monster, Mystical, Politician, and Ruler keywords. The trait he has is costed, and we're not using it, so we're not going to bother going over it. Looking at his dial, it's kind of short, but yeah. We've got a full run of Stealth. On attack, we open with a couple clicks of Telekinesis, followed by a couple clicks of Incapacitate. On defense, we have a full run of Mastermind, and on damage, we have a full run of the special power, an endless supply of resources, which grants Outwit and Probability Control. Opposing characters within 5 squares can't use team abilities. That's gonna be that'll be hard, because there are quite a few team abilities that are really good that get within 5 squares, and suddenly with them gone, the characters that are on are no longer anywhere near as good. Example, Cosmic Energy. Get him within 5 squares of an opposing figure with that. Yep. Oh, bye-bye Safeguard Outwit. Bye-bye Willpower. So, yeah. Anyway. Moving on to our next figure, we've got Sabretooth. Sabretooth here comes in at 60 points. He's got the Brotherhood team ability, as well as the Brotherhood of Mutants, Marauders, Weapon X, Animal, and Monster keywords. We got a Rally trait. When Sabretooth uses Blaze Claw's Fangs, before rolling a d6, you may instead remove his Rally die to use it as a result. The Rally die amount number is a 5, so opposing attack roll includes a 5. You put a Rally die on his card. Looking at his dial, we get 2 clicks of Charge. We get followed by 3 clicks of Flurry, then 2 clicks of Stealth. We get a full round of Blaze Claw's Fangs. We get 5 clicks of Toughness, followed by 2 clicks of Regeneration. We get 4 clicks of Exploit Weakness. Okay. And some of those Exploit Weakness clicks cross with the Flurry clicks. So, yeah. That could potentially, not plausibly, but potentially be a 12 penetrating damage from one action. But only potentially speaking, not definitely. Next up, we've got the Brood Queen. Her Highness here comes in at 100 points, has the Cosmic Energy team ability, as well as the Brood, Animal, Cosmic, Monster, and Ruler keywords. We also have a trait. They're coming out of the walls, which grants her leadership and mastermind. When Brood Queen uses leadership and succeeds, you may instead generate a brood from Rise and Fall on click number 1. As a power action, you may generate a brood from Rise and Fall normally or adjacent to a square of blocking terrain within 4 squares on click number 1. Now, this is the brood from Rise and Fall. It's got the brood, animal, and monster keywords. The dial, we get stealth for 1 click, then 2 clicks of sidestep. Click of Blaze Claw's Fangs, followed by a couple clicks of poison, a couple clicks of toughness, and then on defense and on damage, we get 2 clicks from the middle and end of exploit weakness. Okay? And she can generate these guys. And even better, you can actually definitively get one in play just by kind of saying, oh, you failed your leadership roll, but she doesn't have an action token? Alright, give her an action token. Boom. You got a brood. Anyway, moving on to our next figure, we've got the Red Goblin. Gobby here comes in at 110 points. He has the Sinister Syndicate team ability, as well as the Codex, Maximum Carnage, Sinister Syndicate, and Monster keywords. We've got a couple traits. First off is Carnage Symbiote and Pumpkin Bombs. Red Goblin may start the game with the Pumpkin Bombs or Carnage Symbiote equipped at no cost. If he starts at a 110 point cost, he can equip both and may start with both equipped. Now we'll look into what those do after we go over this card. The next trait, that's Norman Oz, one of the Carnage Symbiote. This gives him Steel Energy. Opposing characters with the Spider-Man family keyword increase their D6 or decrease their D6 roll for super senses by -1. Okay. Looking at his dial, we won't bother with the secret identity portion. Not really that important. But we get 4 clicks of charge followed by 3 clicks of flurry. 4 clicks of Blaze Claw's Fangs followed by 3 clicks of poison. On defense, we have 4 clicks of special power Symbiote Armor Trance and Vulnerability, and allows Red Goblin to reduce penetrating damage. This thing gives way to 3 clicks of toughness. Then on damage, we have 6 straight clicks of the special power Everyone You Ever Loved, Parker, They're All Dead, which gives him exploit weakness. When Red Goblin KOs an opposing character, after resolutions, opposing characters that share a keyword with the KO'd character modify combat values -1 until your next turn. This thing gives way to a final click of regular exploit weakness. So, his 2 pieces of equipment that he can start with. We'll look at the Carnage Symbiote first. The Carnage Symbiote grants the equipped character plasticity and shape change. When this character KOs an opposing character after resolutions, heal 1 click. If that character has the Codex keyword, heal 3 clicks instead. Okay, so it's the Codex, the Symbiote Codex Hunter trait. Pumpkin Bombs. The equipped character gets energy exposure with a minimum range of 4. And also deals knockback with range attacks. This character can be given range destroy actions regardless of their damage value. So, to explain similar terms to what that last part means, to destroy a square of blocking terrain or a wall, you must be able to deal 3 damage. With the Pumpkin Bombs, if your damage value is, if you've only got 1 or 2 damage, you can still destroy blocking terrain. And finally, we've got Annihilus. Annihilus here comes in at 175 points, has the Power Cosmic team ability, as well as the Negative Zone, Armor, Cosmic, Monster, and Ruler keywords. There's a trait, Endless Resurrection. As a power action, heal Annihilus equal to his number of negative energy tokens. Okay. Looking at his dial, we open up with 4 clicks of Running Shot, then we get a couple clicks of Sidestep, followed by a couple clicks of Facing Teleport. On attack, we have a couple clicks of Penetrating Psychic Blast, then a couple clicks of Energy Explosion, a couple clicks of Precision Strike, and a couple clicks of Pulse Wave. On defense, we've got Invincible. We basically it goes back and forth between standard power and the special and the following special power. Can't stop living. Invincible. When the slug is first revealed, give a nihilist a negative energy token. For the standard power defense, we've got Invincible, we've got Impervious, and we've got Invulnerability. Then on damage, we open up with a special power, Anti-Particles. Outwit. When a nihilist is attacked, any positive modifiers of the attacker's attack value become negative. When a nihilist attacks a single character, any positive modifiers of the target's defense value become negative. Okay, so instead of getting a +2 to defense on with inertial deflection, you get -2 instead. Okay. Then we get 3 clicks of Range Combat Expert, followed by 2 clicks of Perplex. All right. Okay. Now we're not quite done, as we are packing some equipment. So first off, we've got the Power Gem for 10 points. Ideally speaking, it'll be going on a Nihilist. It grants range combat. It modifies damage by +1 and grants the equipped character Close Combat Expert and Range Combat Expert. When the equipped character hits, if the attack roll was a 10 or higher after resolutions, deal a hit target 1 penetrating damage. Okay. Then we've got the Lasso of Truth, which is intended for Medusa. Grants Incapacitate with a range of 4 as a free action. That's the main part is there for, just the free incap. And finally, we've got All Black the Necrosword, which will ideally speaking be going on Sabretooth. All Black costs, so the Power Gem and Lasso each cost 10 points. All Black costs 15, grants Giant Reach of 2, and when the character makes a close attack, opposing characters can't use Shapeshift Super Senses and can't reduce damage below 1. So that's going to be fun. But anyway, that's going to do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.